You seem to be so desperate to crack on.
I just need to get going, Jim, mate.
What have you got?
I know we're mates, but there's a lot of pissing about. Time is money for us. You should know that more than anybody. We ain't got a job anymore. Time.
We are our job.
We are the job, exactly. So time is money, isn't it?
Okay, calm down. Take a breath. Is this because of the hat?
I like the hat.
Yeah, I think the great hat. I don't know where.
I'm not moaning about the hat. I ain't moaning about the hat. I'm moaning about you. I'm saying, does my hair look alright? For all the thousands of people watching this, does my hair look alright? And you looked at me and went, that doesn't help. This is my hair. What am I supposed to do about it, Jim? What do you want?
What's the right answer then? You've got to give me a chance to answer it.
I saw the answer in your eyes, Jim. I saw the answer in your eyes.
Close these. They don't want to see us argue. The people.
I'm not wearing this the old time, but just letting people see the...
Double orange,
but also the clear glasses, and I'm in Peckham.
Yes.
There's a lot in it.
Yeah,
I tell you what, I went down a treat when I went down in Peckham. Not from everybody here, just the wankers.
Did you get nods? Did you feel it?
A couple of wankers. Most of the normal people didn't. They looked at me like I was an arsehole.
Sure.
Which I am.
For those of you who don't know, Peckham is a trendy part of London.
Full of cunts.
People wear hats like that,
full of
glasses
arseholes.
Like that.
I don't live here.
Team it up with that.
I don't live here, but the thing is, I do what I want to.
Yeah.
So
let me just get the old script up. A bit ad hoc today, and that's all right. You well?
Yeah, I'm alright. Look at this.
Yeah.
That's like piss. Look at it.
Dead milky. Bit too milky for you.
You're a man or
Lots to talk about.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, no, I'm good, mate. I'm very good. My spinning video will be out by now, and I worked really hard on it. If you want to check it out.
Spinning and milky tea.
The hat.
Do you know?
The hat.
Do you know what that makes you? A bit of a...
What does that mean?
I don't know. You interpret it how you like.
It simply sounds.
What about all this Meghan Markle stuff? Witch, isn't she? She broke up the monarchy on her own.
You're racist then. That means you're racist, doesn't it?
Does it mean I make it... Why?
Well, I had a very interesting chat with the old wife about this, about the racism that they're undertaking, they're having to have. Do you think the coverage of this whole thing is racist?
Do you know what?
Dangerous questions, isn't it? Only on this pod. This is a football podcast. We're talking about stuff like this.
I'm not qualified.
People think that's bad. That's good.
What?
We tackle the big issues, like KFC vegan stuff.
Yeah, if people don't like it, go and watch something else.
Yeah.
I've said this so many times.
I know.
Don't put the comments in below. Just fuck off. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah, if you don't like it, but if you do like it, it does.
I should say this isn't my channel, and I'm telling you to fuck off from James' channel. Where he's
watch the spinning video.
So close to 40k.
So close. Just won't happen, will it?
Just quick. I presume we've got some football stuff.
Yeah.
But just quickly, I don't know because I haven't seen any coverage. I don't buy newspapers. I haven't really seen anything, and I haven't watched GMTV for a while. Is it GMTV?
Good Morning Britain.
I haven't watched that for a bit, but I heard he's going in. I can understand where the arguments that there's racist undertones to digging out Meghan Markle. I think the bigger issue is the fact that she's a woman. That's probably more driving this stuff. And really, the third issue here is, mate, you don't have to protect Meghan Markle. There are so many vulnerable people you could be helping right now.
I think that's unfair. It's all relative.
It's my opinion.
That is his wife. That is his child. That is his world. And this is a guy who's gone through what he's gone through. He's seen his own mum die essentially because murdered
probably
pretty much. Manslaughter at the very least.
At the very least, yeah.
I'm not laughing. You laughed. You laughed.
I find it funny, but why are you laughing?
Right. I'm not laughing. I'm devastated. But
still devastated. After 20 years ago.
But do you know what I mean? That's the I'm so disappointed with the nonsensical Britishness of this, right? The fact that they're going. So if as long as they die, they're Queen of Hearts. But if they get out early enough, before they're hounded out and their whole lives are ruined and their marriage ends and they have a broken home and they don't have the father that they want, then they're scum.
Well, they The thing is, what people forget about or don't know about the Diana thing is that she was vilified in the tabloids before she died. There was pictures of her photographed in a bikini with Dodie, her boyfriend, who she met after splitting, having a full divorce with Charlesy boy.
Who cheated on her?
I mean, you seen The Crown? It's all true. Anyway, this is it, and just like everyone should just like
they're doing it for a reason.
Stop watching the news.
Chill out. It's like they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. They don't want to be hounded. They don't have their own lives. And I just go back to the answer to my original question. Yes, it is racist. It is.
What is?
There's an unconscious bias to a lot of the stuff that's being said here about Meghan Markle. And go, yeah. Like, you see this clip from Eamon Holmes, who I thought was alright. But he is so programmed.
Is he angry?
He went, I knew she was trouble. I knew she was trouble from
Mate,
the start.
if you're pissing off Eamon Holmes, you're doing the right thing. Can I just say a broad stroke comment here? All white people are racist. We're all racist.
Yes.
Let's own it. Own the racism. Let's take it back. Yeah?
I do not condone
Together, we can do this.
I do not condone that.
Reclaim it.
Reclaim it?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Just take, because it's been taken from us. We're not allowed to be racist anymore. Let's take that racism back.
How do you do that?
We need some order in this
How
country.
do you do that?
I don't know. What have we got any football stuff?
Yeah, we do. We have lots of. So the winner of the.
For the record, just remember that. All power to both. Sorry. All power to both of them. All power to both of them.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, I could give a shit about the Royals and all the people that follow the Royals. Don't care about them. And I could give a shit about Meghan Markle or Prince Harry, but if they're doing what they want to do, and he's always been the lad out of them, isn't he?
That's a good point.
He's always been the lad. He's been the rebellious one. And if you're rebellious, if you can rebel against the royal family and get out clean, all power to you. Yeah. Like, she has basically, like, it was like kind of being protective around Meghan Markle. She's just told the Queen of England to fuck off. She needs no defending. She can handle herself. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think she can handle herself. But I also think I think part of it's a concoction of her being a woman, her being American, and her being mixed race.
Yeah. What is the mix?
I think she's. I don't know. I think she's. I don't know. And
you don't want to guess. You don't want to guess.
But I think her mum's black and her dad's white. I think.
Right, fair enough. Well, I've got a question for the comments.
Which isn't important.
Can you be racist to Chinese people?
Can you be racist to Chinese people?
Is it possible?
Absolutely, yes.
Can you be racist to Chinese people in China?
Yes.
They're the most powerful race on earth.
It's not about...
Yeah, it's about... Isn't it about...
What? Is it not about power?
Yeah. I'm really confused then, because I always thought that the person...
You can't be racist to Meghan Markle because she's a princess. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not. You can be to her. I'm just saying to Chinese people specifically.
Right.
Something's been going around in my head recently.
Okay.
I just want to figure out... If you're at the position of... You've got... I can't remember. You know, like white people can't be racist? Like be victims of racism.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and I understand that. White people can't be victims of racism because we're like in this country, we are the indigenous people, right? We're the people at the top. So you can't in that position where you have all the privilege.
I think you can be white and
be
on a broader scale.
If you're in China,
I get where you're trying to go with this. Part of it's down to the situation you find yourself in terms of being the minority.
Yeah, so if I'm a minority in the country, I can be a victim of racism.
Yeah.
When China are the most powerful nation in the world.
Yeah.
Tricky.
Yeah, no, as someone whose children will be Chinese, you're talking shit. Because I think you're going very macro there. And actually racism can be quite nuanced.
You're right.
Welcome back to Jason Flav for our podcast. If you haven't checked this out on iTunes, do it because that's how I enjoy it. That's how I listen to it.
I enjoy it. We're not dropping any bombshells, are we?
No.
I'm going for a meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it might be the venue of Jaffa Live.
Ooh!
10th of February.
Dare to dream.
Can I just say, it may not be the 10th of February, now it's actually now the work's getting involved in doing it.
Yeah. I did get an excitable voice note from you, though. And I was about, Jim.
My voice notes do start like that, don't they?
Yeah, so, Jim.
Jim.
So,
Hang on, let me just check if that is how it started. Keep talking, Phil.
So on this podcast, don't worry, we will talk about football. We've got a nominee for the mid-season egg, which we did a couple of weeks ago. We'll catch up on Leeds. Why does everyone hate them so much? Crisisy rankings, we'll offer a few things there. We've got your Twitter questions, some top comments. We have a debut comment from Jaff and Lover. And importantly, we have the first news segment of Jurgen Klopp's Weird Little Mate, which we set up a couple of weeks ago in the podcast, and we said describe Chris Wilder in 6 words or less, and we've had some absolute belters, so we'll go for that. Home wins, shark news, and BDA, which comes actually from Twitter, which we can talk about as well.
I got. For some reason, people are starting asking advice on the fighting cock as well. Haven't asked for it. Just, someone sent me a DM and said, need a bit of advice. I can't give you my name.
Right.
Here's it is. Maybe I could ask on here as well. Maybe you could get double.
Yeah.
Bit later.
Do you need the content?
If we've got time.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it on ours as well.
Right. So kicking the balls, the prize is not behind us because it will be going to, I think his name was Alan Moore, something like that. It's on the Patreon. If you're a patron,
you sound like you've made
couple of new patrons. Dominic, Macca, welcome. We do. Don't watch the telly.
Sorry, I didn't really know it was on. I was just got sidetracked for a second.
But if you do want to get some memorabilia, then check out the link in the description and use our discount code James and Flav loves porn 10 for a 10% discount. Right. So let's go to the tweet straight away. Actually, let's just see. Like, how are you? How's what's your? I thought I was like, oh, should we talk about Spurs? I thought it might be worth talking to you each week and finding out early doors where if this is like, I can't wait to talk about Spurs. And this is like...
I just want to win a game. Just one.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Just one game. And I'm not talking about shitty FA Cup game. I'm talking about an actual proper one, Premier League game. Just want to win one. So I'll tell you what, I'll talk about Spurs when we next win one. How's that?
Well, what about... Could you talk to me about Watford?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can talk to you about Watford.
Because they turned around, they were finished, weren't they? And do you know what we've learned?
Unreal.
Do you know what we've learned? Keep getting rid till you find one that works. No, it's true, isn't it? We're snobs. We're snubs go, give him time. You heard it, Roy Keane.
I'm very much a get rid. Get rid quick.
Yeah, that's true actually. I'm always like, give him time kind of thing. But the truth is, you're wasting your time.
You also follow McDonald on Twitter.
Do I?
What it look like? Go on.
That's not true. That's slander.
Didn't say.
I'm leaving the country. Hang on, let's get it. Here we go. Brave takes, calm takes, crisisy nominees.
Watford are good.
Watford are good.
They're
good now.
Well, they always were good. They always got solid players. Pereira, Decore, Troy Deeney when he's fit, tough.
Yeah.
And he's got him. Yeah, he's a bit of a bully, and they've got him functioning, and it just shows you that sometimes players are arseholes.
What? Did you say he wouldn't apologise for missing the penalty?
Shouldn't apologise.
Should do.
Apologise for missing the penalty.
You failed.
I'm sorry.
You're a failure.
Just get off. Who's asking him to apologise?
Well, no, he just quickly said it himself, didn't he? He said, "Well, took the penalty. I'm not going to apologise for that." I was like, all right.
Well, don't make. Yeah, if he's bringing
the reporters up.
Troy, no one's.
Good draw though.
No one's asked. No one's asked if you no apology.
You nearly won though, didn't you?
Should have won.
That's good.
We
nearly crossed the line.
We practically scored a goal.
But they're out. Watford out of it now.
Yeah.
They haven't lost in 5. Won 3 of the last 5. They are nowhere near. They're in the something's happening here rankings.
They'll finish 10th.
They'll make their way back up to 10th.
Will Brighton, after giving Graham Potter
8 years,
is it 15? I thought it's 15 years. Might as well be 8-year contract. Will they get relegated this year? Love to see
they've got a really good run of games at the moment.
You love that, didn't you? The run of games.
Well, yeah, that's important to me. I'm a fixtures man.
Jim, either the Premier League is strong and every fixture is difficult, or there's a great run of games. Which one is it?
So naive. That's so stupid. No, it doesn't work like that. And do you know where I learned that? Queen's Park Rangers in the Premier League. Because the first year we went up, we had...
great run of games.
We had a great run of games. An amazing first 10 games. And we were crap. And what happens is, what you want, guys, you'll know this now, because you'll see it. What you want is, you want tough, easy. Tough, easy. easy, tough. That's what you want, right? Don't want any of this. You know, there's 10 games of great stuff, right?
You get complacent.
That said, that if you can go on a good run in those periods of games, then it's all up for grabs. And Brighton have a good run of games.
The problem is with QPR, It's just tough.
But it wasn't.
Tough, isn't it?
But amazingly, we got out of it. We stayed up that year, and our last 5 home games were like Spurs beat them, Liverpool beat them, Stoke City when they were all right, beat them. So we did turn around. Turn around.
There's something might be happening somewhere. Down Loftus Road.
Yeah.
But you beat Premier League Leeds United.
I know. They are falling apart again.
Lost 200 bounce Leeds.
Why does everyone hate Leeds so much?
It's scum, isn't it?
I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. I don't really normally like to drive that kind of negative narrative. But why is everyone so angry at Leeds?
I'll tell you. You know, like at the beginning of this podcast, talked a lot about racism. Felt like we reached a wholesome point at the end, right?
Yeah. It's a hotbed, is it?
It's a hotbed. Yeah. Leeds are like they're the ones that started racism.
Really?
Like, I think perhaps on Earth. I think like the first recorded racist incident happened at Ellen Road.
It was in Leeds.
Yeah, and Leeds United were also directly responsible for Spurs fans being called Yids. That's true.
Is that true?
First team we heard that anti-Semitic chanting came from Leeds.
Is that bad or good?
Oh, it's anti-Semitic chanting is generally bad.
No, sorry, but you've embraced it and enjoyed it yourself.
Well, I mean, back. Wow, look, that's a big question you're asking there. But we can do a whole podcast on that if you want.
No.
Exactly. Look, we didn't enjoy it. We took it.
You could have been called the Hoops.
We could. Hoops. Hoops.
Do you know what was great about the game?
What?
Which I didn't go to because I was house hunting. Oh. Do you know what? You got like husband duties or boyfriend duties. There is nothing. I love it to bits. You know I do. But it's just a slog.
Mate,
I just want to go to the football. I just want to go Leeds at home.
Do you know their children being blown up right now and you're moaning about house hunting?
Do you know what, the spinning video is really tough as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Jim, is this to promote your spinning video?
No.
Are you wearing this kind of...
Just checking out a bit of colour.
What's this pocket for? What goes on there?
For my job.
Do you just... the tits just come out? Oh.
Yeah, just again, like if say last minute, Super Bowl's coming up, they need a singer. Do a little Janet Jackson.
That's quite a niche... It's such a long time ago.
Let me know if you got it. Smash that like button if you got it. If you got that joke. Speaking of, you'll only know this if you know this. You will not believe who added me on LinkedIn. Has invited me.
So I don't know, and I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay.
Right? That's another little.
Something like that.
It's another niche one, you know.
Right.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Right.
Who's that? Kanye. I had a really weird ad recently.
Okay.
So who's yours first?
So, and I thought this might be a good bit as well. So yeah, who's the weirdest person you've been able to connect with, or
on LinkedIn,
or they've because I don't know if it's the Premier League gig or something. No, it's not sports related.
It's not sports related. Mine is.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
So as a prelude, Matthew Hoggard, I got, and that's not it. That's not the one.
Right,
that's not the one.
I don't know who it is.
Matthew Hoggard, Joel Lynch, who was a QPR player, like last
he's added
season. He added me, and I was like, yeah, all right.
But
But
not like,
the one I got in today, you'll only know it if you know it, and if you don't, I probably hyped it up too much now. Paul Danan.
Hollyoaks.
Paul Danan, right?
Jeez.
This guy, Paul Danan, he was on Hollyoaks for quite a long time, and then he went on Love Island and lost his mind.
Right. Did he have a drugs problem?
Which isn't funny, obviously, but it was funny at the time.
Did he have a drugs problem? On
Probably.
Hollyoaks?
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
I think there's an Instagram account.
He's now a confidence coach and an actor.
Excellent.
So yeah,
There might be in there. So can I tell you mine?
go on.
Ex-England spin bowler, well, very average England spin bowler, Monty Panesar.
He added me recently as well.
Did he?
Yeah.
He's all over the place.
Get out there.
Panesar, his little dirty little tentacles screaming out into LinkedIn. Just fingers in every orifice.
Well, that's a good
Panesar,
bowler.
the octopus. Like that. Is there an opportunity there? Opportunities there? Down there? Yeah. Panesar.
We're talking about my career.
Pedo Panesar. That's probably, I mean, that's definitely libelous.
Big game yesterday, Liverpool Man United. Did you watch that?
Can I just preview something that I'm going to do? I'm going to help everybody survive Liverpool winning the league.
Interesting.
I'm going to tell you that's it. In a bit.
When? In a bit. Okay.
Whenever you want. You've got to remember that I've said that. 'Cause I'll forget.
You did reply to this tweet yourself. Said, can we ban Liverpool fans from sending in questions?
Yeah.
12 replies to that.
Well, Christopher Pajak, he fucking retweeted saying, send these boys in questions.
Oh, very good.
So I'll just do it now. Liverpool, right? Winning the league. Like, no one wants it, but we've got to accept that they are the best and they're going to win the league. Have to accept it now.
They are well good.
Oh, they're so good. This is what you do. You've got a mute button on Twitter, right? You mute every player name. You mute Liverpool, you mute Anfield, you mute Everton, you mute Jamie Carragher. Graham Souness, anybody.
Okay.
Right? Then, if you get any of your mates who are Liverpool fans, block them. You block them all.
Yeah.
You've got to cancel Sky subscriptions. That's really key. And don't pick up any newspapers. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to forget the fact that Liverpool Football Club exist. Because their power is the fact that you recognise that they exist and they're good.
Okay.
Yeah?
So now and so you're creating an echo chamber that works for you.
Not just me, for everybody. This works for everybody. Yeah. And together we can forget that Liverpool Football Club exist.
I mean, that is, like generally with sort of, say, lad banter, any banter.
Yeah.
There's often the key to it is you don't bite.
Always be true.
You do not bite.
What?
And if anyone's like digging you out, whether you mustn't bite.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. This is the thing is that they will all I did it, and they all started tweeting. Oh yeah, we're really good. We're really good. Really good. And to be fair, most Liverpool fans I know are quite humble in victory. Yeah. Certainly after Champions League, fine, right? They're going to enjoy it. They'll enjoy it less if we don't acknowledge it. Just no one's mention them again. For the rest.
Yeah.
For the rest of the season, don't mention them. Just ignore, pretend they don't exist. Mute every one of them. Block the ones that contact you, and never reply to one of their tweets.
Does a Liverpool fan exist if you can't hear him?
Exactly
that. Really, that could be the title.
I mean, they'll love that. They're good for that as well.
Brave take. I think they've earned it.
Of course they have. They're the best.
Yeah, and I've got no.
They're not just
I've
the
got
best.
No qualms with them winning it.
They could be the very best Premier League team of all time.
That is a brave take, I think, that we've got in here. Let's run through this. Let's talk football because actually, when I listened to the podcast, I did enjoy the football bit.
Sure, I get that we're coming out with gold. Just boring doing it.
Yeah, for you inwards, but
exactly.
Yeah, loving it.
When that's how much they know I'm working.
Yeah. Tom Lloyd, become a patron because help him with his fees. Tom Lloyd, brave take. Liverpool are actually being underrated. Their points tally last season would ordinarily have been enough to mean that they would have won the double. Add to that, haven't you got to win the cup?
Hang on. No, just let him finish and bury himself.
Add to that, their unbeaten streak this year, and are we talking about one of the best teams ever?
Right, first off, I just want to know who he supports. That's always important.
Let's go there, down there. He's followed by Liverpool FC.
Right, well, there you go. Okay, so go back. Tom, first off, the points total has nothing to do with the FA Cup.
Congratulations on your wedding, Tom.
Oh, yeah, well, congratulations.
Lovely.
Should we little clap, please?
Great.
Well done, Tom. Mrs. Lloyd as well. Lovely.
Mrs. Lloyd.
Yeah, the points tally has nothing to do with winning. Did they win the FA Cup?
No.
Did they win anything last year?
They won the double Champions League. That's what they say.
There you go. He knew. He's got it, isn't he? I'm the idiot. Yes.
I was thinking domestic double.
That's
like millennial, and that's Gen Z.
The thing, the Champions League isn't really.
Yeah.
It's not as important. Like the Champions League Premier League double isn't as good as the Champions League FA Cup double, is it? It's not that. It's not as good because they haven't got it.
Right.
They haven't done it.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Sigh to yourself quickly. How do we get it?
Wait. I've got it. It's coming.
Are they underrated?
Wait, no one's underrating them. Everybody admits them. No one wants this to happen. I don't want it to happen. But I'm telling you, they're the best team. Probably the best team that the Premier League has ever seen, right? That is not underrated, Tom. You've got enough, mate. You don't need everyone else to give you all of it as well. You've just won the Champions League. You're probably going to win the league. You'll probably win the FA. You could do the treble this year, and you're still clamouring around for little people's opinions. All right? Just, Tom, take your lovely wife and fuck off.
Okay. There's, I think if they say they have another couple of years of this, because if you think, say, the great Man United team, that was good for years and years and years, right? Yeah. This is on a currently like a 2, maybe I'll give you 2.5 years period where you've been electric, right? I need 4 years. Chris Pajak, WhatsApping.
Did you get enough questions with laughing emoji?
And that's the kind of... So block him.
Nasty. I can't block him on WhatsApp, can I?
Right.
I will, though.
Yeah.
Get him muted for sure.
Do you know he got annoyed at me?
Good.
Pajak? Because I voice noted him. He's like, we're doing this shit, are we? Something like that. I'm busy.
Are you a voice note?
I've become a voice note guy.
It's better if it's just between 2 people.
Mm.
But if you're in a group, it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you know who was the forefather of the voice note in the YouTube? No, Joel Bayer. Cheeky Joe.
You can get a lot more into a voice note.
Yeah, and I hate typing.
Yeah.
Got little thumbs, can't reach. Are they one of the best teams ever? I mean, when we're saying one of the best teams ever, are we going top 3? Are they top 3? Not yet. And also, in terms of being underrated, it's January. Come back to me in March and we'll do this conversation properly.
Listen. This is a statement we got the other day from a Liverpool fan. Not a humble one. Where is it? Sorry. He went, "It's so fucking good being a Liverpool fan. I can't wait for us to." So this Liverpool fan is the best one. The Premier League. This Liverpool team is the best one I've ever seen in the Premier League, and get ready to dominate for the next 10 years. He's getting ahead of himself.
Not 10 years.
No one can dominate for 10 years. Never been done. Dominate means win the league every year. That's domination.
Can Liverpool dominate for 10 years?
No.
Thing is, you've got to evolve the team, haven't you?
Mm.
And so Klopp, we spoke about this in the last podcast, which was good actually. We were talking about how once they've completed it, mate, then people are going to go off, aren't they?
God willing.
Salah's going to go Real Madrid. Firmino's going to go Barcelona. Mine might go to Barcelona. If they have got the money, maybe they haven't got the money anymore. Maybe this is a new world that we're living in, where Liverpool really are ginormous as a club, and they do all stick around. Van Dijk's a little bit older, so he might stick around.
It's not about sticking around. It's not.
Do you know what? Do you know
they can stick around for 10 years. If they all stick around for 10 years, then definitely not going to do it.
Yeah.
Cycles.
Yes. Yeah. They run out of steam, won't they? Henderson's good.
Yeah.
Henderson's well
Let's
good.
talk about something else.
Do you know his stats, right? His stats are crap, but he's so good. That is an interesting point. Because in a world where we're like, and you'll like this, in a world where generally we do lean on stats, because a lot of the stats are a lot more nuanced.
I like
than
XG.
good.
I've said this before. I like XG. It tells many stories.
Premier League, they hate XG.
Why do you know that?
Because it's made up. Well, our stats guy is like, every time we bring it up, XG, and he's like, you know how I feel about XG.
Yeah, but he's made his bed, right? He's decided.
That's it, but the thing is
that's what he believes, and he won't change.
No, he says it's a made up. You're creating made up chances of how likely you were to score these different things.
I think it's taken how many goals are scored for that area of the box.
It's basically shots come from different places, and in different areas there's the chance of scoring a goal. So, for example, if you think 100% is 1, right? So 0.73
is a really good chance.
Is a penalty. Because 73% of penalties are scored, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, it does make sense. But then,
what's this guy's problem?
But that's a closed skill, isn't it? That's like ball's down, you kick it, and so the XG is probably about right on that. But other things, he's saying that these are made up ideas. You don't know how quick the ball's coming. You don't know. There's so many new aspects to it that you are making up a little bit. That said, I think it's a good guide.
Can I ask a question? Inside, is that all right?
What
the fuck have you done?
What do you mean?
I swear to God, that just looked different a second.
Oh yeah, I just had that. I was just mucking about.
Mate, you're doing this, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought I'd been doing acid again.
Great podcasting. Here's one. Kane is the best player England have, and even though he fucked up not scoring it to Sterling that one time, doesn't mean England fans should be glad he's missing the Euros. Are England fans glad he's missing the Euros?
Apparently. I'm fine with that. We'll keep him on ourselves.
Talk to me about Christian Eriksen and your fans turning on him. Seems harsh.
Yes, it is harsh. Look at what he's delivered over and over again. Stats, statistically, our best midfielder, assist-wise and goals-wise.
Fickle, aren't we?
Yeah, but
fickle.
Yeah, but he does look like he doesn't give a shit. So if you don't give a shit, I don't give a shit. So fuck off.
Does it look like that?
It's just the way he plays. He's just such a late.
But yeah, exactly.
Of course, he does give a shit.
Say you're winning 4-0, would he play any different?
No.
Right.
What do you mean? What's
so
that
mean? Like some players they look just sort of casual, like Ozil. It looks like casual when he's popping it about and you're winning games 4-0, like it looks amazing. But when the chips are down, then you need someone to put in a shift. He plays exactly the same, and people get annoyed about it.
Yeah, of course, exactly. So it depends on the... No, and that's probably what's happened at Tottenham. Like, any Spurs fan who boos him as a dick, and he's more of a problem than Eriksen's lack of performances. Do you know what I mean? Like, you go to any stadium and there's dickheads. And if you've got 60,000 seat stadium, there's more dickheads there than most other stadiums, right?
Yeah.
So if you're if you're booing Christian Eriksen...
The XG on shithousery from the fans is much higher.
Quite high. Yeah. If you're Christian Eriksen and you're listening to that, you're like, fuck these guys, man. I'll move anywhere to get away from pricks. And the problem is, though, is his form's cost him a big move. He's going to go to Inter Milan, who are doing really well at the moment, second in the league at Serie A, and playing lovely football. Alexis Sanchez just coming back. They could do good things, and Christian Eriksen will help them do that, and they'll probably end up winning something.
He'll suit Serie A, won't he?
He could, yeah, exactly, because he could win. They could win the Serie A this year.
Yeah.
And he's done more in 6 months than he had in his entire career at Tottenham. And from his perspective, remember you can't boob me.
It's a sad space, isn't it, with that team? That like the kind of feeling towards all those players is a bit like they lost it a bit.
But they have. I look at our form for last year. It all needs to be clear. It's not their fault. In a way it is, but they can't be expected to consistently perform at that level. Eventually it's going to drop off and you have to replace them.
Yeah.
It's the board's fault. But in that time, the board have set us up potentially to become quite a powerful football club. So there's two schools of thought at Spurs. Probably the same ones that hate Eriksen, ones that kind of defend him. Is either Spurs have wasted our golden era by not spending, the board have, or the board have created a platform that would give us a much more longer, a better chance of a longer sustained success.
Where do you sit?
I'm definitely on the latter, 100%. We've got a massive stadium, massive amounts of money coming into the football club, more than Arsenal, which is important, and bigger chances of things in the future. Like if we're consistently there will be a season where we win the Premier League. We wouldn't have been consistently there by not building the stadium and pumping 200 million in that squad, which would have guaranteed us the league, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
So that would have happened. We'd have won that league, like when Leicester won it, maybe. We wouldn't have the new stadium, or it wouldn't be. We'd be in Wembley for 6 years instead of 2. Whereas now, you think like we have as good a chance as anyone outside of Man City and Liverpool currently of challenging for a league title, based on the foundations which Daniel Levy has created. Now, you've got to give him a chance to spend at Tottenham. If, in 2 transfer windows, he's still not speculated, he's not spending more than he's bringing in, then I can understand why people are starting to get pissed off. But his project has cost Spurs a lot of money and will cost us a lot of money.
Yeah.
Now's the opportunity, because he's refinanced the loan debt. We're paying £25 million back on the stadium. 25 million. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's not. You earn more by being in the Champions League than that.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for him not to speculate now.
I guess the big thing as well is, let's say with Man United, they've got it wrong.
Yes.
Like you're in a moment of Spurs where you're like, okay, obviously it's plateaued a bit, but those other things, there are positives that you can find.
There's almost reasons for it.
Yeah, and so say this is like a 20-year process. At this 10-year stage, you're exactly where you probably want to be. And like you say, the next 10 years you need to find out what happens. With Man United, that they've got it really badly wrong in the last, because they have everything that they need to spend their money correctly, and they haven't been able to do that.
So weird, man. Like you look at that Man United team, especially without Rashford, it just looks so shit.
Do you know what? And I was watching them, and my expectations for that team were like the first 20 minutes. I was like, I'm not giving it a go. It's Man United.
Yeah.
But then I hear myself saying that and going, well, like, I always get annoyed at going, well, it's Man United, or like you're giving teams more credit than they deserve because they're a big team. That is not a top 4 team. That is overall, you definitely would take the Leicester team over them. The Wolves team, there's a huge question. Would you want Matinho, or do you want Matic? Like, or do you want Jimenez, or do you want
nobody?
Yeah, or do you want Traore or Daniel James? Like, if you can wash away all that stuff and look at it properly, that Man United team is crap.
I said something that really got under Sam people's skin a little while ago.
Do you enjoy it?
He hated it. It was when I think it was like I met Sam just after Alex Ferguson left, and I said Man United are now just a mediocre football club with a very big stadium.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. It's true.
It's come to the fore. The only difference is
they could have been 4-0 down half time. Oh no. And then it was a goal. It was like the Van Dijk thing. That does my head in, the goalkeeper stuff. You're allowed to use your hands.
I didn't watch it. What was it?
So basically, the ball's gone up. It's the usual one where Van Dijk goes up for a header, and the goalkeeper catches it. And they're so flimsy goalkeepers now. They
right.
hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
And then even after they held on to the ball, that ball went to a Man United player who passed the ball straight to a Liverpool player, and then Firmino banged it in. And I'm slightly bitter because I could have got the FBL points as well. More importantly, it's just goalkeepers being...
On the VAR Weekly, I think it should be a new segment. People are not talking about it.
We've got a VAR home win, actually, coming up. But yeah, go on.
They're now suggesting that the referees should use the pitch side monitors. So let's add more time.
Well, do you know what's mad though? So the ref is obviously... So one of those... you've seen one of those ones where they jump... The centre-back jumps for it, the goalie catches it and goes like that, falls over, and it's like, it'll be given or it'll not be given. The ref didn't give it.
VAR did.
And then VR goes, oh, no, you're wrong. Even though you've definitely seen it and it's a really clear thing. It just comes back to the same thing. Well, it's too subjective a sport.
Yeah, exactly. Just get rid of it.
Too subjective.
Did you see Capue's challenge on Tanganga? The stamp?
Did I?
Capue went like this, stamped down, touched the ball, and caught Tanganga on the knee.
Yeah,
right?
I think I did.
That's a sending off. Absolute sending off. Did you not think?
I feel like I'm getting mixed up with two different things here. So forget it. Go on.
It was a sending off in my opinion. And I was like, this is because just to qualify what I said about VAR before, you only go over to the screen if the VAR people were saying that was a red card rather than it not being a red card. So the referee essentially has to make a final decision there.
Right.
So I'm thinking, all right, he's going off. He's going to have a look at the screen.
Yeah.
Watford are going to be down to 10 men. Perfect. This is working out well for us this week. He goes over, the fucking VAR equipment's broken. You couldn't hear the VAR. Just changes the equipment and goes back on the pitch. I'm like, what the fuck about the stamp then? Do you know another thing? Spurs, Spurs are bottom of the league in terms of luck in the Premier League. Tottenham are rock bottom. In
terms of luck.
Yeah. These are decisions. These are decisions that have gone against Spurs that other people are getting apparently. Right. According to UREF.
UREF. Okay. Do you know what the QPR tweeted? No VAR, no problem, because our goal was a shot that hit, so it was amazing. It was beautiful. And Leeds fans went. That was the thing I was going to say about Leeds. Like, why does everyone hate them? Because I've never really had a problem with them. But then the way they all reacted to a goal, which was so the ball was shot, hit this, the forward's gone like that, hit that hand, bounced, hit this hand to keep it into place, and then he's gone bum. It was so good. But yeah, and then we tweeted like, no VAR, no problem. And then Leeds fans going, what, cheating's okay, is it? Come on. And then someone else has found a handball that they got away with from Nottingham Forest at some point. Yeah. Going, look, we're all at it. Relax.
Fucking dickhead.
But yeah, we don't have VAR, and it's great.
It's better. It's so much better. I watched Brentford versus QPR. You saw that one. And
we got away with the penalty in that one, I think.
Yeah. It was. I watched it and just enjoyed a game of football again. I just sat back and went, this is great. And the Spurs-Middlesbrough game, which was pretty turgid. No VAR. Don't have to worry about every goal going on.
And do you know what? That is a utter disgrace as well. If the ground's big enough, if you play at a certain level, you can have VAR. If you don't, you don't get it. Like, what is it like?
What do you want? You want VAR at Shrewsbury and Colchester?
But I want a level playing field in a competition. That's what sport is.
But it's not level playing field, isn't it? Because we generate all the money. We can afford VAR.
It's not. But it's not. It shouldn't be about. It shouldn't be about how much money you've got.
So you want Stockley Park for everybody?
No, I'm saying either you get rid of it for the FA Cup or you have it for everyone in the FA Cup.
Once
you get to the third round.
You are very naive.
It's not naive.
Right, it's about haves and have-nots, all right? And we have, and you lot have not.
All
right? It's just the way the world is.
But yeah, I would say moving the dial forward. Use the monitor loads, because that way you get to retain the subjectivity of the referee, so it is still his opinion.
Just get rid of the cunt. Do you know what the thing is? I watched Sheffield United equalise against Arsenal this week, and that kind of equaliser at that period of the game is beautiful. Have you seen the goal? Lovely left foot shot.
Yeah.
And when you're in the away end, and your team score a goal like that, when you're chasing the game and it just goes in, limbs, innit?
Yeah.
That's proper limbs, right? Yeah. Then, in my head, first thing I thought of was, there must have been a handball on the way through. There must have been. They're going to chalk that off. It sounds a shame, that's all.
Alright, so that's lots of football chat. I hope you're happy with that. Let's get back to the script. What have I got on here? Mid-season egg. One nominee last week. Ashley Young. He's a bit of an egg.
Why?
He's a bit busy, isn't he? Got
What?
bird shit on his lip, didn't he? He's gone to Inter. Though I said it in the Sky, didn't we? The plaudits as he left after 9 years' service to go to Inter Milan were really emotional. Really hit me there.
What's good?
Huh?
Let him go.
Yeah, of course.
Why is he an egg?
It's just he's a joy. He's a diver. Got Sean Derry sent off. Not happy with that. Crisis-y rankings. Just quickly on this. We have a no vote this week. We have one winner because have you seen how Southend are getting on?
Bomb.
So well, actually, right. So I read this is from a couple of weeks ago.
And when you think of Crouch End, Southend, who do you think of?
I think of
Callum Randall.
Callum Randall.
Bless him.
You don't know anything.
Yeah.
Right, Luke Jarvis, James, an honourable mention in the crisis-y rankings for Southend would be great.
Come on, Southend!
This season we've won one game in 24. That was back in September. We've got 9 points and have conceded 65 goals. We also managed to concede 101 goals in 2019.
That's incredible.
In the summer we signed 35-year-old Liam Ridgewell, you might remember him, who made his debut in August, was at fault for 3 goals and was hooked off after 51 minutes. He's gone AWOL ever since, and now our players aren't being paid. Funny thing is, they're actually so much more, but I'd have to be a beer all blood day. That said, got a victory at the weekend, didn't they, boys? Yeah, come on, lads. So good luck to him. I mean, if Bolton go past them, that's grim.
Because Bolton are got
a massive
docked points.
Yeah, exactly.
Can that's what I'm saying. Anyone who follows a Premier League football club in the top 10, just shut up. Just shut up moaning.
Thank you.
Every one of them.
We're such hypocrites, aren't we? Top comments. My favourite bit. Actually, we'll go to this. William Tyne just simply says favourite podcast on YouTube. Keep up the good work, boys.
Good
Thank you
lad,
for
good
that.
lad, good lad.
Bardi back again in the comments. One of Flav's mates from the Fighting Cock. My favourite bit is where the conversation topic is nearing the end. So James turns his laptop and stops listening. It doesn't stop Flav though. He's talking away like an old man on the deck of a cruise ship around the Mediterranean, talking to the wind.
Bardi, what I would say, Bardi has such a wonderful way with words.
Really?
He used to write on our. He used to write for our. He's on the podcast all the time now. He's become one of my really good friends. But and he's an incredible writer. So that he's crafted such a lovely question. I don't remember doing any of that. I don't remember still talking when you shut the laptop.
It is true. I think I am bad for that. I do switch off once it's done. It's like it's over now.
Yeah, it's done.
But what is your favourite bit? Let us know your favourite bit. That'd be good.
Of the pod.
Yeah. Can you do better than that? Than like an old man on the deck of a cruise ship around the Mediterranean talking to the wind.
What do you mean doing better than it?
I just think that's class.
No, it's class.
Yeah, but can you do better? Can they do better?
What, a better comment?
Yeah.
I think it
Can
it'd be
you
all
articulate a favourite bit better?
on the boy, wouldn't it be? Mark.
Could be on the boy.
He's a great writer. I'm not even sure if
But is he funny?
Does he watch anymore?
He's funny.
He is funny.
He's funny.
Does he watch anymore?
Yeah.
But he's sure because I don't know, he doesn't
Not
really.
getting enough.
No,
Not getting enough.
I think we've given him a platform. We got him on Twitter, right? And now he's reaped all of the benefits of that. He's taken. That's Jaws, yeah. It's my new phone.
Oh my god.
That's good.
That's definitely getting gift up. You just holding it up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Listen.
Cool.
He's reaped all the awards, hasn't he? He's reaped all the awards. It's like, this podcast, I wrote White Teeth, that was great, I'm quality, I can write for days. No, it doesn't even bother anymore. Yeah. And I remember, Mark, first couple of tweets on Twitter, you're like, I didn't really like Twitter, it seemed a bit poisonous. Can't get him off it now.
Yeah.
I say, I'm going to mute you. Unless, Mark, you come back with some gold for the comments next week.
That would be nice. Because I tell you what, you're wasted on the amount of characters you get given on Twitter.
Yeah, there's more to it than that for you, mate.
We need a new story.
You're better than this.
We do need a new story. That would be nice.
Even
if it's just a chapter of a story. Make it up.
The best things that have happened on this podcast over the last 2 years has been the stuff that just happens.
Yeah.
If it's going to happen or it ain't, mate.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
All we've got to do
actually.
is what?
I see gold and I sift it out, and then I find that nugget and they plant that nugget into a tree. Stick with me. What? And you pop the water in the soil with the gold. And you watch it grow into
a bit
high quality bit.
And do you know what? You're so good at that. I didn't even notice you're doing it.
See, Davey comment. New Jeff and Lovers. One N, one go. And he's got a little panda thing. That's quite good. First podcast I've ever listened to. Fucking brilliant. Great independent opinions that make it a great listen.
Independent.
Right. Let's get to Jurgen Klopp's weird little mate, which of course is a 6-word. It's a 5-word description of David Wagner. Describe. So what we're doing each week, Flav will decide choose a new manager for next week. You have to describe that manager in 6 words. We've got loads, so let's go through them. And what I thought might be good is it's just a bit of music with this one. Actually, sorry, yeah. So this first comment.
Well, that's a nice picture.
It's nice. There's a new guy that I really like, and I can't. It's called G-Bids. He's the golf guy. He listens to it on his he tries to get past. He's on the golf course. He's like a gardener, and he'll listen to it like.
Oh, and he goes a bit longer. Yeah, I like that.
He takes his time. And he's like, I'll just try and sneak off. Yeah. It just seems like I can imagine him like chewing a bit of straw, just listening to the pod, just chuckling gently to himself.
I get it.
So I thought this music might be nice. So G-Bids, just let us know what you do. Just take us into that world. Imagine just being in the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sort the soil out here. Got to work on the greens on the 14th in a bit.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I bet he's found some porn in like bushes and that.
When it sort of got wet but then dried.
Yes. Yeah. That exact kind of porn, mate. G-Bids is all up in that. Under his bed at home, there are about 14
it's not even
wet-dried razzles.
No, he's got his own little treasure chest in the woods. Pops back in.
He goes in and he's got this lovely bit. He's gone to town, hasn't he, in this little bit of woodland, and he's cleared himself a little bit of space where he can spend time with himself.
Yeah, sort of a broken tree's fallen down. He uses that as a seat.
He's got a seat, and he's brushed away all the leaves and that, and it's just like a nice little dirt patch, which is dry dirt. It's not muddy there. And you can just sit down, nice summer day, and look at a wet dried copy of Razzle from 1994.
Oh, wonderful.
Joe Guest.
So Jay Bids got in touch the other week. Said, "Hi chaps, happy New Year to both. Too wet to take the tractor out this Arvo, so I'm listening from under some conifers, cutting / laying turds in the rain."
We know what you're doing, mate.
We know what you're doing. Hilarious and brilliant. Thanks for reading my comment out. Last comment out. Just wanted to clear up because he said banterthon.
Yeah.
Said that was meant ironically.
Don't believe you.
If I were to use it seriously, I'd probably cut my cock off and stab myself in the eye.
That's what you should do then. You definitely did.
Please don't do that. Because it won't stay hard. I'm a big...
and then the clearing you've made for yourself is useless. What you can do, just sit there and think? No, of course you're not. You're going to wank.
I'm a big Chris Wilder fan, and to me, in 6 words, he's like a pale, spirited conker with balls. Keep up the good work.
Do you know what I like about Chris Wilder this week? Very good, mate. He defended his defender. I can't remember his name. McBurney, whatever. And he for going to watch Cardiff Swansea, and he did the double wanker sign.
Did he?
Something you only see in a football stadium. The double wanker. That's not acceptable anywhere else in society other than in a football side. Double wankers like that. Yeah, it's like that's not one up. Come on.
I'm sure I've said this I've definitely said it on Great Touch. Like we got this guy, but about 4 rows in front of me, and he's been there since I've been there. It was like 2002 or something. And he sometimes say there's a shot, and they think it's gone in, like the opposite end. They think it's gone in, and it hasn't, and everyone's like, hey, so it's the side name. He just gently stand up and go. So then he won't point, and even go and point. He go. Like someone there's gone. Yeah, I remember just gently.
Just a gentle one as well. He's a tender wanker. That's weird. Do you know what? That popped into my head the other day. I didn't realise it come from you. A double. It's like that.
Gently.
I tweeted the other day about saying what's happened to the obligatory wanker sign when someone hits a shot from distance over the bar. What's happened? It used to be like, yay! It's like, who the fuck do you think you are for shooting from range?
Everyone got the phones out. All got the phones out.
But now it's just like, the wanker sign's dead and buried.
Yeah, bring
back wanker signs to football.
Because it's definitely the right side of the line, isn't it? It's not that angry, is it? You're not, like, mate. I don't even dislike you. Yeah. You are a wanker.
You wanker. But the thing is, like, calling someone a wanker it's stupid. It's stupid because every man under the sun is bashing one out. The minute they're alone, first thing they're doing is, all right, better get to it. First thing they're doing. Every man who owns a laptop. Imagine if what you're doing in front of that laptop is being recorded at all times.
I've got 2.
2 laptops. I'll give one back. The amount of time men spend like that is ridiculous.
Do I remember that? I remember like year 7, year 8. If someone called you wanky, you're like, what are you fucking what? What did you fucking say? And
what am I wanking?
But then I remember getting to year 10, and then everyone's talking about it. Like, yeah, come on, 3 last night.
The minute in secondary school,
they put their weapons down.
The minute in secondary school when it became okay to admit that you have a wank was so liberating. Well, wasn't it? Freedom. You can be myself finally.
Yeah, how many you had? 3. I honestly remember it.
Three's
I
a
remember
lot.
year 10 having a curry on a Friday night and having just a long chat about it. And I was like, God, it's okay, is it then?
Amazing, isn't it?
Anyway, Chris Wilder.
I'm not a freak.
yeah, true. Biggs Mac. I'm just going to run through this. There's quite a few, but I think they're great. And just let me know your thoughts. Biggs Mac. 16. Chris Wilder, Billy Elliott's dad, 12 months sober.
Oh, mate. If you don't know that reference, then if you're a Yank or something, look it up. That's great.
Martin Eastwood, Chris Wilder, Reet back, Reet wing, Reet Yorkshire. Very good. Luke Scanlon, Chris Wilder, the creepy uncle that ruins Christmas.
That's unfair. He's done well.
Yeah. Jack Morgan, exactly how you picture a Yorkshireman.
Definitely.
He is. Chris Wilder is expensive. Spunk 20 quid on a fruity. You can imagine him just, you walk into the bar and he's like midway and then he just looks round and then goes back to the seat.
Definitely. If he doesn't end this season by going up to the main end at Bramwell Lane, the cop going, Yorkshire, then I'll be mightily disappointed.
Taylor Bernard. Never quite got that shag.
Oh, bless.
That's why he's just a bit angry.
Yeah.
He had a chance. It took her
Chris
3
Wilder.
dates and she went up for it.
So I shagged her anyway.
No,
is that too much?
Don Conte. Beats wife with the battered sausage. Unfair. And libelous. Maxwell Allen. He's never said spaghetti bolognese.
Spagbell.
Oh, right. So I don't really understand it. Yeah. And Ryan Mulligan. Smelly feet.
That's 2. You haven't even tried. Jose Mourinho's mine would be fucking boring pickled onion head.
Yeah, you told us about the pickled onion pasta. Is that so? Last one. Tom, Chris Wilder, bulldog with a rainbow tie. Brackets. Proper old school, a British breed, trying to be a bit edgy and stay down with the kids. Would probably bite your head off if provoked. Oh, sorry, got more. Ryan G, Sean Dyche with weird tactics.
Well, the overlapping centre backs.
That's it. And Samo, he's not he's not related to Deontay.
Very good. Like what if overlapping centre backs?
Very good.
Yeah, well done. Cheers, everyone. If overlapping centre backs came from RB Leipzig, everyone would be like, could you imagine Guardian? The football thing. Overlapping centre backs. Nagelsmann.
Andy Young.
Have you seen him? Have you seen them overlapping? Yeah. I've never seen them before because from Germany. This is what happens.
And he's in his 30s.
He's basically only started puberty and he's doing overlapping. Football! I understand it so much better than everyone else. Good old Chris Wilder. Pie, mash, beans. Yeah. Not beans, peas and gravy. Right? He came up with it. Chris fucking Wilder from Yorkshire. Yeah. You can pronounce his name. He's still a good manager.
He probably went. A centre back gave the ball away. He went, what are you doing? There's no space through the middle. Well, go around the side then.
But you're doing it wrong. No, you're doing it. You're doing it as well. He didn't. He sat down and he's got his hive of football geniuses all from Yorkshire. All
Chris Morgan.
All got fucking pie crust all over them.
Brian Dean, Alan Cork.
All them bastards. And one of them's gone, bear with me here. Overlapping centre backs.
Go around.
Go around them. Don't go through them. Go around them.
No space through the middle.
Go around them. And they're like, what? Round them?
He's 6'4". He can't go around them. I actually watched. How sad's this? I watched the Warnock documentary from the 2000s. Just wanted to see the whole thing.
Was he good?
He's proper Yorkshire. It's crazy. But he's a good manager.
There's someone who's clipped up.
Yeah, that's what made me watch it.
No.
It's on YouTube. It's quite interesting.
Let's go.
Next week's manager. 6 words to describe.
Can't think of any managers.
Do the Wolves manager.
Nuno Espirito de Santos.
Santos.
So does not do Santos. Santos.
Charged it up in a new year. This is the most annoying thing to do.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're recording now. Hard for survival, isn't it? Let's get her out. We've had a home win with a VAR twist. Before that, you've had a bit of flack, Flav.
Flack.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I
because you lied, didn't you?
I care so little about flack that don't even read it out.
No, I'm going to read it out.
Okay.
Because you need to be held accountable. Owen Taylor lying about a home win is absolutely pathetic.
Yeah.
Especially when you take credit for the wife's home win. Flav should be banned from the pod.
What? When did I do that?
You got right to the end of a home win, and you went, I lied. That wasn't me. She did it.
So that's me being honest, right? That's me just trying to fit in.
No, he's not happy.
But not done it. All right, I'll leave the pod.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck with that, Owen. Good luck with that, Jim.
Imagine how bored it'd be if it's just me. Come back. Ollie Sack, home wins. All right, lads, you redeem yourself here. So
Mate, have you been watching the cricket?
Mate.
England are slapping the sappers. Can you say sappers?
Yeah.
Sappers? Racist?
South Africa.
Yeah, and really, they're like, no, should forget. Okay, that's fair.
Good.
Yeah. Do you want me to hold that on?
Yeah, go on.
What,
Ollie Sack as
Oh, wow.
yeah, it
Feels
feels
so powerful.
happy with the talk.
Yeah.
Good. So yeah, don't worry, because Flav redeems himself. Ollie Sack, home wins. Well, lads, only a short one here. Just need a dump at work. I work in an office of about 15 people and we all share 2 bathrooms. Anyway, I goes into one of them and there is a toilet paper all in the bottom of the bog. I thinks nothing of it, and so I continues to have a dump. Wasn't a full log, just little winnets.
You dirty pig.
Anyway, I goes to flush the chain and the bog starts to fill up with water.
Oh.
I shit myself because I'm only... Probably he's already
he's done the
shit. Just there. I shit myself because I'm only an intern, so the thought of having to tell one of my colleagues my shit was blocked in the toilet wasn't ideal.
You just wouldn't.
So anyway, I think back to Flav's class mop tip, except there is no mop in sight. So I grabbed the nearest thing I could think that might substitute it, the toilet brush.
Doesn't work,
obvious.
tried that.
I pushes it down, pushing the shit and bog roll down as I push. Do this a few times and bish bash bosh, toilet's unblocked. Save myself a lot of embarrassment there. Cheers, Flav.
Ollie, I don't believe you. I'm sorry, I've got to call bullshit again.
Bullshit.
I am, because you can't... It's the point of the mop. The whole reason it works is that it becomes saturated with water and it creates a vacuum in the toilet U-bend.
Cooling.
Doesn't do that with a thing. I'm sorry, mate.
Bullshit.
I feel like you made it up, Ollie, but I'll let you off. Actually, I think he supports Liverpool.
I don't know.
I
He's
think
wearing a
he
gilet. James Foley. Outside light wasn't working at the mother-in-law's gaff. Came round to give it a look and she has already tried a new bulb. Luckily the fuse was easy access, so I just swapped it, but the light was still broke. A couple of hours later I was walking down the garden and the light came on. Just remember the last line, what I like about this one. Obviously it hadn't been dark enough previously for the light to come on. I quickly ran up to the house, exclaimed I'd fixed it, as I found a loose wire to the sensor and that must have been the issue. The females rejoiced and I got a banging cottage pie made from it.
The females rejoiced. It's beautiful.
And last one, Mike Potter. So he basically did one. I don't remember reading this out, but maybe I did, because I think I did try to do it in a Grimsby accent. Anyway, he had a home win about the shower not working and then him fixing it because the fuse hadn't been done, right? But he said, so I could read it out, but no, I'm not going to. I've got a couple of mates. He says this, home win, VAR. Got a couple of mates that are fans of the pod who heard my story. The handbrake and I went for a few drinks with these mates over the Christmas period. The boys took it upon themselves to play the clip from the pod.
Oh, shit!
To my other half and reveal my dark secret. Long story short, I'm in the doghouse because of a video replay which caught me out. Home wins VAR. Home win VAR.
Just quickly summarise what it was, because I want to remember.
So me and the handbrake moved into our new gaff about 6 months ago. Ever since we've not been able to get the shower working, but since my hours at work have been all over the place recently, I've not really had time to wait for a bath to run, so I've finally snapped and got it sorted. After looking at a few videos online of my specific shower and seeing people dismantle the unit, I thought, nah, not for me. Anyway, after fucking about with a few switches in the fuse box, suddenly I hear water coming out of the shower. Turns out the previous people living there had turned the fuse of the shower off and didn't bother to tell anybody. Anyway, I hastily grabbed my toolkit and left it in the bath for the half to see it laying there when she got home from work. Told her I took it apart and replaced the terminal. Put it back together and again, Bob's your uncle.
Can I a bit of wife? This is a bit of wife. A bit of advice for the wife or the missus, right? He was doing that because how important it was for you to feel good about him. He manufactured a situation where it would make him feel so good because you were pleased with him. How can you be angry at that? How can you be angry at that? He values your opinion so much that he would do that, and you're angry with him.
And he's
in the
folding
doghouse.
under the pressure.
Mate.
of the toxic masculinity that you're parking at his door.
And what I think, mate, and this is a question. I'm calling his wife a mate here, right? I think you've got a wonderful man there, and you should respect him a bit more.
Yeah. Did he get the job done? Did he want the plaudits
Got it
for
done.
it? Is that
What did you do?
Is that a human thing?
What did you do? What did you do?
Yeah.
What did you do? You done nothing.
You expected him to do it because he's a man.
Because he's got a dick between his legs. You expect him to fix a shower, and then he does it, and now he's in the doghouse.
Yeah.
I think anything you owe him an apology. I want a name.
Do you know what I want? I want you to make him a cottage pie. Okay? Let him enjoy that cottage pie.
That's misogynistic.
No, it's not. Because that's what he wants. He wants to feel like a man just for a day. Because after that, then he's got to just...
Because right now, he's drowning in his toxic masculinity.
Yeah, and he's getting the piss taken out of him by his mates.
He's getting ripped at home, and all he's done is fix the fucking shower.
All he wants to do, and all of us want to do, is to walk into the living room with your toolbox and go, sorted that.
Yeah, because you know,
just to feel that.
Just because society is telling us it's not okay to feel masculine at the moment, but we know deep down as men, we all just want to feel a little bit masculine every now and then. It's okay to want to feel tough, to want to feel like you solved a problem that the missus hasn't.
It's like
that's okay.
Do you know what it is? It's female chivalry. Women still, a lot of women, hopefully, still like it when a man holds the door open for them or gives them a
my
seat
missus
or
does.
whatever.
My missus does. She likes it when I pay for everything.
Or they look after you. These things, there's an element of chivalry to it.
Of course.
Female chivalry to the man he's lost, this guy.
Yeah, because what's he doing? He's not allowed to be chivalrous to his missus, and he's got his mate taking a piss out of him. He's between a hock and a hard place.
Yeah, a
hock and a hard place. Yeah, so it's just give him a break. Give him a break.
It's fine.
Yeah,
don't like that, do you? Shark news, and then BDA. Where do we get to? Let's go.
Does this feel like this is run its course?
No, I like it. I think people get something out of it each time. More people were killed by bee stings and lightning than shark attacks.
Just letting everyone know.
Yeah, what a shark is. Worldwide, about 30 people die each year.
Not just any short. This is Jaws. This is the artwork from Jaws.
Yeah, still haven't watched it.
It's not official one actually, because this came from China, and they've added a little man falling in, so it looks like the shark's going to eat him.
But actually, only 30 people die each year from shark attacks.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Which means a person has a 1 in 300 million chance of being killed by a shark.
The thing is...
So everyone just needs to calm down.
Yeah, they do. But I think about this a lot.
Vaguely.
I think about this a lot, and it's not... it's not the fact that I might die from a shark, but being attacked by one and not dying, it's almost worse.
Yeah, chicks dig scars though.
Yeah, they do.
That felt like a good one. We'll leave it at that because we don't want to use them all. We've only got 81 to get through. We finish off with BDA. So first of all, I want to show you this. I don't know if you've seen this tweet. Basically, there was a Barcelona game and it went to the camera.
Saw it.
And the guy basically is kissing his girlfriend. And then he's on the big screen and put his arm over, and he's panicking.
Has he seen it?
He's panicking. Yeah. If you watch it again, you can see. Look, he sees it. He sees it, and he goes, "Oh no! Oh god!"
It's too late now. Own it.
What do you do?
What in this instance?
He just needs to pray that she's not watching the telly.
Yeah, and fucking Bearded Genius ain't helped by fucking retweeting it, is he?
Yeah.
That was at 22,000. Cheers, mate. Well done. You've never
22 million views.
Yeah, you've never fucked up, Bearded Genius. You've never fucked up. This is the problem with the kind of Western woke kind of guys. They're very liberal. They're the ones that. They're the ones.
But you'd never do it.
Glass houses.
You'd never do it.
With my missus?
No. That's not his missus. That's the mistress.
That's the mistress. Yeah.
Yeah.
The wench. No, of course not. Absolutely not. But 10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
I was a different man back then.
Roll the dice.
I was a different man back then. But I would hope to think not. But it isn't everybody's role to fucking kill him. It's not our role.
Oh, it's funny he's been caught. I think it's funny.
I don't know if you're laughing at him. I get it. I'm on board at that.
Yeah.
But if you're taking some sort of moral sort of foundation on this, then you're a twat.
Oh no, I don't think he's doing that. I think he's just saying it's funny.
I'm not saying he is doing that.
Right. He's actually, if you're going to follow anyone on Twitter, this @Bearded Genius.
I follow him. I've tweeted him. I've had a conversation with him.
Yeah. Right, you win. You win.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
I'm just saying I like him.
TD Powers, 24. Avid listener from Los Angeles. I need some advice. My girlfriend is wanting to try some new stuff in the bedroom, but it involves some positions that require flexibility. Brackets. I'm stiff as a board.
But I know
Not in a good way.
it's not really the men that have to be flexible. So
how do I gently tell her no?
tell her no.
Or do I recommend other stuff?
Just get the fuck on with it, boy.
But he's not got the flexibility to get the job done.
Do some yoga.
What's he being asked to do?
I can't think of any situation where the man has to be anything other than strong.
Yeah.
Like it's the woman that's bent all over the place, isn't it?
So yeah, I think this feels like a part 2.
We need more information to give you this. Like, there's only time that you should say no, because it's important in the bedroom that the girlfriend gets to experience and the male gets to experience the things that they're into, as long as no one's getting hurt. But
unless they want to get hurt.
Unless they want to get hurt, that's fine. But if your anus is involved, then you've got a right to say no.
That might make it as a quote, won't it, in the comments, that one?
Hopefully. If your anus is involved, you can say no. As a man.
Please don't do that. That is you.
Anus.
So actually, yeah. So I'll say your name one more time, and then if you want me to keep it anonymous in the next one, we can do that. TD Powers 24. What sort of?
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about here?
Help us out.
And and then we can help you out. Any other BDAs, get them in the comments. We hope you've enjoyed the podcast. Subscribe on here to my channel. Check out the spinning video. Listen on iTunes. Join us on Patreon.
Honestly, it's a different experience. Listen to it, and
like
me and Jim were saying, it's the way I do it. Because I ain't got to sit there. Who's got an hour to watch it? You watch on YouTube.
More people than you'd think. Anyway, see you later.